Hi everyone, my name is Lavanya and welcome to this channel. To give you a background about myself, I am a recently qualified chartered accountant and I qualified in the November 23 attempt, which was also my first attempt. I have cleared my remaining levels also in the first attempt and hold a CA foundation rank. To give you a background about my articleship experience, I have done my articleship from PwC in the Bangalore office from in the statutory audit. Now, a lot of us have this question of, should I choose to do my articleship from a big four or should I go to a mid-sized firm? And when I was doing this research, I think 3 years back, just by luck, I ended up in the big four. But now, retrospectively, when I look back, here are some reasons that you should consider doing your articleship from the big four. These were some of my reasons, and these are some of my observation where I think a big four would suit you better if that was something you're looking at. The first thing is to understand that, are you ever looking at yourself going into practice or, you know, what is your objective post qualification? My objective post qualification, I was very clear that I don't intend to at least open my own practice in the near future. So the big four just made sense. A mid-sized firm would obviously give you much more exposure and on the ground exposure to different verticals like taxation, legal, that in taxation, direct tax, indirect tax, and due diligence. Sometimes it might give you access to M&A and audit, obviously. So it gives you a broad exposure, but when you come to the big four, you're only limited to, whatever field you are choosing. And most of us, I think, tend to go to statutory audit or internal audit, right? So that is where you're put. But when I speak about exposure, I think the big four offers a different type of exposure where it is not in the sense vast when it comes to the areas you're dealing with of the tax, direct tax, indirect tax, etc. But it is vast in the type of clients that you're dealing with, right? You're dealing with multi-billion dollar clients, you're dealing with listed clients, you're dealing with the top firms in the world. And at the 18, 19-year-old, if you're doing your CA degree, you're handling, the most senior management because the hierarchy in a big four is quite flat. General teams of, unless it's a very large client, like your Infosys or Wipro, most teams have a couple of team members, one manager, one director, and then a partner. Or sometimes it's just team members, manager, and then the partner. It's a very flat hierarchy. And when you're on the field, right, you have direct access to all these senior management, like your finance controllers, your, sometimes your CFOs once, spend 1 or 2 years in the firm. And you have such broad access that you learn so much that during your articleship, it's such a steep learning curve that now when I look back, the person I was when I entered articleship and today I'm a completely different person, right? So it teaches you so much, not only from a technical perspective of, how audit is done, how procedures are done, but it also teaches you important life skills, right? A big four would obviously a lot of the times be much more hectic than your mid-sized firms, right? So, but what you learn, that balance that you learn, of, balancing between your studies, balancing between your clients, and balancing between your own personal passion and hobbies, right? That is something which will really help you going further into life. The exposure that you get and the skills that you learn, right? Be it your soft skills or your hard technical skills, which I would say are much more superior in a specialized area in the big four. Now, the third thing that I would say is that when you're looking for jobs post qualification, a lot of the times that big four tag holds a lot of value. So if you're looking to get into a corporate, this was something I didn't know, which, but I'm glad that it helped me quite a lot. There is an automatic filtration criteria, at least today, no matter how much you don't want it to be, of, they expect you to come from a big four or be a certain attempts, right? So it gives you that brand value and that tag name, but not only from a perspective of your first job, but it also helps you create a very strong network if you're looking to get into the corporate world. These are a couple of my reasons that when I retrospectively look back, I would say you should choose a big four firm. But again, you must assess what is your future goal. Are you looking to go into a corporate? You go into practice, or what are your goals and objectives, and what is the kind of life that you see yourself living, and cater what firm you choose to that to align to those long goals. I hope this video helped you, and I would love to connect with you guys if you want to hear more such.